Ew.
Fighting. Fighting. What's going on, Ray?
Huh?
What's going on?
Gaff right here, baby. Ew.
Fighting. Get a picture.
Ooh. My God. Oh my God. Logan's on another one. Shannon f***ed him up a bit. Yeah? Dude, go to the back. They're foaming. Yeah, and we're about to drive away, so. Hey, what's going on out there, fishing fam? Ray Sharif here with the Dirty Hookers, and today we're back in the kitchen with my pops, Chef Eddie. I think anybody in California or on the West Coast in general knows that this has been the year of the Dorado. Mahi Mahi, dolphin, whatever you guys want to call them. We're in Southern California, so we call them Dorado. And I'm sure whether you fish or you don't, a lot of you out here have some Mahi in the freezer. A lot of people are getting US limits and a couple of trips where they're not as plentiful, but we have a lot of Dorado in the freezer. So today the main focus is Mahi Mahi. It is time for Slider Sunday Day 2, since we didn't get to finish that off last time. But this time we're making the fried ones like we promised. I'm looking forward to it. I have no complaints about eating Mahi. So today we're making the fried Mahi sliders. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera and let my pops take over. Welcome back, guys. There's another episode of Cooking with Chef Eddie, part 2 of Slider Sundays. We're keeping the theme going, and what we're doing today is we're gonna do deep fried Dorado sliders. We were wanting to do this on our first video, but we ran out of time, so we're gonna do it now. Here's a quick rundown, and before we get started, just basic ingredients: pepper, garlic salt to flavor up the meat. We're gonna be doing some garlic butter Parmesan slider rolls. We have our Dorado, which is going to be the main star. We have some fixings, and I'll be using a tempura batter. Pretty easy to find or what have you. If you guys can't find this, you can easily make your own. 2 cups of flour, some baking soda, anything bubbly like a beer. It'll do the same process here. This is a quick rundown. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the first process here. I've got some cooking oil here, and if you can see down there, I threw a little piece of the meat in there, and I'm waiting for it to do its thing. Right now it's kind of doing some jumping jacks in there. It's telling me it's about ready to go. Now that I know it's almost ready, what I did is I took my Dorado and I cut it into 6 small slices, because I'm gonna make 6 sliders. I made it a little bit smaller than the bread so it doesn't overlap. So to this, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna lightly season it with some garlic salt and some pepper. So basically that's gonna be both sides on there. You wanna season your meat as well as season your tempura mix. Tempura mix, I'm gonna add the same seasonings. So here's some garlic salt, and here's some pepper. I'm gonna give that a good whisk. Little mix up here. And then to that, I've got a couple of ice cubes in a cup here. I'm gonna use club soda. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, because I want it to be nice and airy and bubbly. So I'm putting that in there, but I'm gonna add it cold, and I'm using a glass bowl, so that way the coldness will stay to the mixture as well, and make it nice and sticky to your fish. I'm gonna open it up. Be careful when you open this, because it gets really pissed off and will try to overflow on you, so open it up really slow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that up. Let me get one more ice cube. All right. And remember, start slow. You can always add a little, but you can never go back. So what I did was I did about 1/3 of what I mixed. It's gonna get all clumpy here. That's okay. Work around it. You can see it absorbs it really fast. It's already dry. Let's go ahead and add some more. If you get an ice cube that falls in there, it's okay. It's not a big deal. And just keep on going until what we're looking for is a little bit thicker than pancake mixture. So we've got the mixture where we want it to be. As I mentioned, we want it just a little bit thinner than pancakes. So we're right where we're at. You could feel this, the bowl is nice and cold. And I used about almost 1/3 of the bottle, and here's what's left over. So I've used about 2/3 of the third that I use. So this is why I was saying, add it, go slowly, because you'll have a reserve you can never take back. If for whatever reason you put too much, add a little bit of flour, it'll thicken it back up. Little pro tip. So we got that all ready. We've got our meat ready. Next thing we want to do, let's get our bread ready before we start deep frying. To this, I've just melted some butter, garlic salt, and minced garlic. I'm gonna put this on the bread. If you saw my last video, when I melted this, I also had Parmesan cheese on this. It got all clumpy, so I'm gonna add the Parmesan cheese at the very end. So this will be a nice garlic Parmesan little crust on the bread. It'll cook in the oven at about 400 degrees for about 6 to 8 minutes, about the time it's gonna take to get this fish all cooked. It'll be all done about the same time. Last step, some Parmesan cheese. Never go wrong with Parmesan cheese. Let's go ahead and just give it a nice little smear. Get on there. And let's put her in the oven. So you can see our oven's at 400. I'm gonna go ahead and put this, split the difference, 7 minutes. Let's get to frying. What I'm gonna do, I don't like getting my fingers all messy. You can use gloves for this next step. A fork works just as good. Fork your Dorado, let's give it a nice little dunk. Go ahead and dunk it up here. Let the excess drip off. Get as close to your pan as you can and put it in there nice and easy. Okay, repeat the process. Fork it, dunk it, let the excess drip. Let's go ahead and drop. However many you put in there, it'll decrease the temperature of your oil. So if I put in all 6 pieces in there right now, it could drop it down to about 310, so I'm only gonna do 3 pieces. Let those play in the oil for a little bit, and then we're gonna get them out of there. They should actually cook in there for about 3 to 4 minutes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take these bad boys out. Nice golden brown. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put them into a bowl with a little bit of a paper towel there. Absorb some of the moisture. We're gonna repeat the cycle here. Before we do that, always salt them up right after they come out. They'll adhere to it. And here's another tip. Your fish will get soggy based if it's connected to like paper towel or something that absorbs the oil. Transfer it over to a wire rack. You can see I've got it underneath this here. Transfer it over to a wire rack. That way it won't get mushy. And if you have a bunch of people you're serving for, keep this in the oven, put it on warm or 200 degrees, it'll stay nice and crispy. All right, let's go ahead and give this a nice little stir one more time. And then let's go ahead and fork up some Dorado. Dunk her in. Take our last batch out of the oil right here. Forgot to tell you, get yourself a nice little wire ladle like this. Makes it a lot cleaner. Plus, if you have these crunchies, you just see they just come right out super easy. Transfer them over, done. Let's go ahead and take these bad boys out. That nice golden brown. Go ahead and salt them up. Let's go ahead and transfer them over. Let's go ahead and set these bad boys up. Went ahead and got my Parmesan garlic slider rolls all ready. Just going to take the lids off. On one side, we're gonna do tartar sauce. Not a lot. This is gonna be your glue, okay? That's what the fish is gonna sit on. The other side, we're gonna put some coleslaw. This is my ranch coleslaw. Real simple. Hey, just a little bit on there.
Not getting any on there.
Come on, man. Play nice. Let's go ahead and add our fish. I'm gonna add them sideways. So you can kind of see, we want that morsel on there. That's why I push them away this way. They look like overgrown, big ass corn dogs. Right, might think I'm crazy. I might be. I'm gonna take some honey. Okay, get yourself a spoon or a drizzle stick and drizzle some honey. There's no wrong measure. You won't be disappointed. So this will be the second glue. Okay? If you want more honey, put more honey. There is no wrong answer to this. Now that we have our honey as our glue, let's put some heat on there. Let's put some jalapeno slices. I'm gonna alternate. Some will have the seeds, some will not. You can see that honey is making it stick on there nice and easy, so it's not going away anywhere. Now, let's lit them up. Once you do that, let's go ahead and put that skewer on them. Same thing here. And here you have it, guys. Deep fried Dorado sliders. You're not gonna have another better slider than this. I promise you that. We're gonna taste them right now. All right, guys, now the moment has come. Let's give this a taste. Before you do anything, make sure you got yourself a napkin, because I guarantee you, this is gonna get all over your face. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's try this goodness here. I'll tell you, out of all the ingredients on here, the honey is key. I did want to put bacon on here, but I'm sure you guys are like, oh, you put bacon and avocado on all your burgers and everything like that. So I was trying to be different. Bacon would really kick ass with this honey. This is so good. I'm sorry, guys. I got to go in for a second bite. It's really good.
All right, time for me to get in for my first bite. It's gonna get messy. Like I said in the last one, I have a big sweet tooth, so I'm a big fan of this. The honey really does top it off. You can't go wrong with fried fish, especially Dorado. Dorado fries up really, really well. It cooks well in general, but it fries up really well. Just like my pops, I had to go in for a second bite, if I can even manage that. Amazing. Those didn't last long at all. We're each on to our last one already. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, Ray's right. I mean, that was just, it was just stupid good. I mean, we just went through them like that.
That's going to end another episode, but before we go, where would you place this out of the 3 different flavors we had? Where does this one rank?
Man,
They've all been pretty amazing. They've all had their own flavor and all been pretty good.
Yeah, they all have. And I'm going to say, I'm going to rank this one number 1.
This one's number 1?
This one's number 1. If I had to do it all over again, I'm adding bacon to it. For sure, bar none. This is the best one right here.
I got to agree with you. Fried fish, you really can't go wrong with it. This one's got to be the peak one out of the 3 that we made for sure.
100%.
So that, we're going to cheers on out of here. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out more of our Catch and Cooks. We'll see you guys in the next video.